We just held a building competition on our Cobblemon server. Let's see how everybody did. All right, so the first build that we have for the day is the SSN, which I believe is from Fire Red near the second gym, which is super, super, super cool. So let's go ahead and check it out real quick. So on the entire bottom floor is just a straight up entire casino. So you basically have a whole bunch of slot machines over here. I believe this is Texas Hold'em over here, where you can kind of compare hands and see whatever comes out of the generators here. And then you got a whole bunch of things that actually give you like complete actual world news on these screens here. An actual pretty cool spot right here. As you move around the boat, there's a whole bunch of decorations and there's a lot of shiny mons that are on display already, which is kind of cool too. Adding on to the lore of the SSN as well, you have a whole bunch of rooms that you can enter, and it's almost exactly like how you go into a room for an encounter and everything on the actual boat, which is super, super cool. All right, next up on the list, we have the world tree, which is actually going to be our new spawn point for the entire world. Let's check it out. So we're now at the top of the tree, which is actually technically where you do spawn, and there's a whole bunch of cool little lore stuff. So basically you get to choose between different Pokemon for your starter, Officer Jenny, as you keep heading your way through and down the tree. There's a whole bunch of just cool little resources that a lot of new players can go ahead and have, such as the Ultra Balls and Quick Balls off launch, which is pretty dope, if I dare say. At this point, I'm just going to keep saying everything's super cool and super dope, so just, I guess, get used to it. And then as you make your way all the way down, it's a very nice exit, but you can also see all the rules and everything that you guys need to follow when you guys get on the server, but it's still super, super dope. If you couldn't tell by my skin, Swampert is my absolute favorite Pokemon, and somebody on the server actually made me a Swampert house. So a little bit of bias when going ahead and grading a lot of these in my own mind. This one is really, really up there in my favorites list. As you go ahead and go inside, you can see that you actually do go ahead and get to live with inside the Swampert, which is kind of dope too. Next up, we have my absolute favorite, which is the Rayquaza statue, which is super, super dope and looks really nice at nighttime. Hold up. Ready. Oh, all right, there we go. We get a nice little look at the Rayquaza as it is indeed nighttime now, which it looks so good with all the glowstone and everything, man. It's mega evolved as well, and the build is so massive. Well, beyond a lot of these builds, there are a whole bunch of other super, super dope builds in the middle of this process, even without it just being for the build comp specifically. So if you guys would love to join this server, feel free to join the Discord for all the information on how to join. It's a full Cobblemon server where you can catch battle. We have a whole bunch of events that are super, super fun, but feel free to check it out. Link in my bio!